Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Saturday, September 10th, 2016. In the next few days, we are expecting some fire potential impacts, mainly from wind. Today, we will see gusty winds across the northern part of the Great Basin, highlighted in orange on this map. We're looking at wind gusts in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range, and relative humidities in the 12 to 16% range. As we move into Monday, the winds will continue to be gusty, but the main area of concern is that area of west central Utah highlighted on the map, because that is the area where we will see the lowest relative humidities combined with gusty winds on Monday. Then as we move into next week, we will see cooler and wetter weather over parts of the area. Over the past 24 hours, really nothing in the way of precipitation across the Great Basin. And the image map on the right, or the lightning map on the right, shows really no lightning over the entire Great Basin over the past 24 hours. Fire activity across the Great Basin has been... Initial attack was light, with only a few new starts across the Great Basin in the past 24 hours, and we do still have a few larger ongoing fires. Over the past 7 days, portions of the Great Basin have seen really no precipitation at all. You can see much of Nevada and western Utah really haven't had any precipitation over the past 7 days. Further north, it's been a bit wetter. You can see especially the higher terrain of Idaho has seen a fair amount of storms. If we look back 30 days, you can see again those portions of Nevada are quite dry with no precipitation at all over the past 30 days. ERCs are on the upswing again with the warmer and drier conditions we've seen lately. Live fuel moistures also continue to decrease across much of the area, with some areas below normal as far as fuel moisture goes. You can see this site in central Idaho is below normal for the time of year. The same goes for the Mud Springs site in west central Utah. The exception to this is this Mitchell Canyon site in western Nevada near Reno, where you can see fuel moistures are above normal for this time of year. So for today, dry air across much of the Great Basin. It'll be a pretty incredible fall day across the area. Not much in the way of precipitation, and winds shouldn't be too strong today. If we look in a little more detail, you can see RH generally between 10 and 20% across the majority of the Great Basin, and really winds will be below 20 miles an hour across much of the area. That will change as we move into Sunday. We see a low pressure system begin to drop into the northern part of the Great Basin. With that low pressure approaching, we will see winds start to increase. This map on the right shows forecast winds tomorrow afternoon, and you can see the gusty winds across portions of the area. Relative humidities will begin to come up across the northern part of the area. You can see the far northern part of Idaho will see RHs above 20 to 30%. However, across the majority of the area, RH will be below 20 to 30%. Moving into Monday, that low continues to shift south. We will see moisture increase rather significantly across the north. And if we look at the wind forecast for Monday, you can see these wind speeds are increasing across much of the Great Basin, with the main area of concern on Monday, this area across west central Utah, where we will see those gusty winds combined with the low relative humidities. So over the next 3 days, some precipitation is expected across the northern part of the Great Basin, with the focus across the higher terrain of south central Idaho. Moving into Tuesday, that low will continue to deepen across the western part of the Great Basin, resulting in increasing relative humidities across the area. We will see some gusty winds across the southeastern part of the area on Tuesday. Moving into Wednesday, that low continues to make its way eastward, bringing more cool and wet weather, especially to the northern part of the Great Basin. Then on Thursday, that low begins to shift out of the area, and we will start to see some warming and drying across the west. On Friday, that dry air will continue to increase from the west across the Great Basin, with temperatures warming. Over the next 7 days, we are looking at more precipitation across the area. You can see pretty much the entire Great Basin will see precipitation, with the exception of the extreme southern part of the area. Finally, in the 8 to 14 day period, we are looking at above normal temperatures across the majority of the Great Basin, with below normal precipitation across the west. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen, and you can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.